If you want me to keep doing everything you say, then you'll have to try harder than this.